Hello, I'm John Shepherd, and today in this Sports Tech on Test video review we're going to take a look at the Theragun Mini. Regular channel viewers will know that I've previously tested the Theragun Elite and found it to be a very useful device. So let's see how its baby brother compares. Now this is going to be a slightly different type of review, as I'm going to unbox the Theragun Mini and take a look and see what you actually get and see if we can easily understand how it works. So let's take a look at what you actually get with the Theragun Mini. So you've got your charging port, and the device comes in a nice zip up pouch. It's quite light and soft to the touch and quite ergonomically designed. It's slightly recessed in the grip area, so that should enable you to get a good hold on it whilst it's actually working. Okay, so just taking a quick look at the instructions. You get a little card that tells you about the story of Theraguns, or as they're now branded, Therabodies, and the guy behind it, Jason Versland, who was a chiropractor who developed the Theragun range out of practical necessity after sustaining a road traffic accident in the States. So you've only got a small instruction guide by the looks of it, how to connect up the actual devices, to power it up, etc. So I'm going to spend a few minutes taking a look through these, and then we'll get to grips with it in operation. Well, that actually didn't take long. Basically, after a minute of reading the instructions, I can see how simple it is to use. To switch it on, you press this button here at the top right hand end, and there you go. It's got 3 speeds, and you can increase the speeds by pressing. So you should be able to hear the increase in the frequency. Specifically, there are 3 speeds with the Theragun Mini. That's in terms of the beats per minute of the actual head on the device. Now these are 1750 BPM, 2100 BPM and 2400 beats per minute. Another great thing about the Mini is that the heads are actually detachable. So although it only comes with this ball head attachment, you are able to also attach additional attachments, such as the ones that I've got from the Theragun Elite. Changing the heads on the Theragun Mini is pretty straightforward. You just press the attachment onto the machine and it clips firmly in place. In terms of operation and use of the device, there's not much more to it, this being a simple but very effective machine. You can check on the status of the battery's life by gently pressing on the button on the outside, which switches it on and off, and a different colour will appear. Now blue, for example, indicates that the battery is just over half charged. The speed of the device is actually indicated by 3 LEDs next to the on-off button. The Mini is actually quite quiet in comparison to other percussive devices. So putting it on now to the maximum setting, you can quite easily hear me above it, and it actually seems to be a little bit quieter than the Elite model on the similar setting, which is always a good thing if you want to hear yourself speak and talk to your training partners and your coach. So on that more practical application thought process, let's actually take a look at the Theragun Mini in action, and I'll give you my thoughts. So I've thoroughly given the Theragun Mini a test, and I found it to be quite easy to use. You might think that because it hasn't got the longer handle or grip of, say, the Theragun Elite, that it could be difficult to get into certain body parts. Well, as it turns out, for the majority, it's pretty straightforward. Yes, there can be issues with the lower shoulders and lats. Depends a lot on your flexibility, for example, and how far you can get your arm behind you. But of course, you can always use a training partner or a coach to get into those particular areas. Elsewhere, for the thighs, the calves, the hamstrings, the IT band, it's easy to get into. And As you can also see, it's got a high stall force as well. So when you're pressing in harder to treat, for example, a knot in your muscles, it's not going to stall. It's actually got a nice, comfortable feel to it. The grip is easy. It didn't tire in my hands throughout the usage. Also being of a matte finish, that's going to aid with maintaining your grip as well. So all in all, I think the Theragun Mini is a great piece of kit, a great inclusion for athletes as well as everyday fitness enthusiasts. Easy to carry, portable and very simple to use. One other thing I did want to talk about is the Geo Adapter from a Therabody, which enables you to work across, for example, the spine using 2 attachments at the same time. It's really simple to use. As you can see, you just clip on the various attachments and then the device, the Geo itself, clips on to the bottom of your Theragun or Theragun Mini, for example. And if you do want to find out more about the range of Theraguns, larger versions and the mini versions, then do check out the links below this video.